corner, or he's already reached over for the double, I like to start by stuffing his head and I'm sprawling, get my hips down and into him. Notice, I'm not draped over top of it. I'm not leaning in and draping over. Doesn't do anything for me here. That's the pressure. So I'm saying heavy hipped. I'm trying to pressure on his shoulders here. Pressuring in. From here, I'm taking my V blocks with my hand. I'm posting on his thigh. Trying to push, and get that grip to slip. Once his grip starts to slip, we're doing just like I go behind. Bring my hand over, walking his armpit, circling and going behind. Make shot in on this double, or on this single. Sprawl, stuff the head. Sprawl and stuff. Getting all this weight and pressure on his shoulders. From here, I'm V-blocking his thighs, posting, starting to get my hips down and away. Once that grip breaks and his hands start to slip, I'm blocking the armpit, I go behind. Get do a 5 apiece. Hit it. 1, 2. It's on a single leg. And he's in on his high crotch. We're still stuffing his head. I'm bumping at his hips. Yeah, so I can't break it. From here, we're attacking this outside elbow. I'm taking my hand, hooking underneath his elbow. I'm hipping in, and I'm elevating his elbow. I'm just lifting and popping it up. Notice, I lifted it maybe 2-3 inches, and look where his grip's going. He's starting to get where he can't hang on to it. From here, we're high legging, our leg back, coming on around. So if I'm in on Nate, he sprawl stuffs my head. I got this lock, he's pushing on my hips. Can't break it. He attacks the outside elbow, lifts, high legs this leg over, circles around. You guys got it? Let's see it again. All right, give me 5. 1, 2. Because whenever Nate's in on a sweep, so if he takes this sweep and he starts standing up with it, he's got this leg, he's got my leg between his legs. From here, I'm using my left hand, and I'm whizzing. I'm going behind his armpit, I'm pressuring into him. From here, I can either start stuffing the head, or I can start fighting his elbows. Stuffing, getting heavy on him. I'm taking this hand to his elbow, and I'm just mule kicking down, pulling this up. Mule kick down, pull up. It's going to be a fight from here. You know, he may be staying locked on, and you got a glove, you got to move from there. All right? Get there, 5 piece. 1, 2. Behind. So, Nate's shooting in. Strong, stuffing the head. Instead of just going straight to this go behind, with one hand I'm hooking on his chin. I'm having my shoulder, the back of his shoulders, and I like to lift up here at the elbow. This is our front headlock position. Notice Nate, you know, this is uncomfortable, ain't it? You know, I've got a lot of pressure into him here just by having my shoulder in between his, hooking on the chin, elevating this arm. From here, just like our go behind, we're gonna block, go behind. Nate's shooting in, sprawling, stuffing, sliding and getting into this front headlock position. Some of y'all, you know, may try to be here on your knees. We don't need to be there. If I'm on my knees in the front headlock, Nate can just drive up and into it. I keep him pressured into him. You know, I like to try to stay on either one knee or even off of him. Getting this front headlock, hooking on the chin, elevating this arm, walking, go behind. Now front headlock, go behind too. So we'll 5 piece. Then we'll go out and start running. Let's get it. 1, 2. Oh yeah, that's my shoulder is driving into him, and I'm lifting here. I'm taking it out. I'm taking it out and around to here. So I'm not reaching through. I'm going from the chin and sliding it to here. So it's actually on top of it. My elbows basically can get down to the back of the head if I want to. From there, just blocking, going behind the elbow.
Okay. Yesterday, we talked a little bit about what wrestling brings to the table. And I couldn't help but think about that a lot last night. You look back and when you get a little age on you, you kind of play moments back in your life and you think about things. But I really started thinking about what wrestling meant to me. And it's really hard to put into words all the lessons I took from the room or our practice room in Chilhowee, practice room in Appalachia. I just took hard knocks from Appalachia State. I'll just tell you. Most of the life lessons I learned were in Chilhowee's wrestling room, to be just honest. But things that I think that really stand out to me is I learned how to deal with adversity. Up until wrestling, my life was easy. Parents had good jobs. We were in a happy household, had a nice house. I lived in a subdivision where there was a bunch of people my age, so we all knew each other. It's like almost, if you could dial up the perfect childhood, I probably had it. So I really didn't know what adversity was until I got into wrestling. And sometimes I think to really become who you want to be and reach your full potential, you have to face adversity. And when I say you, that's what I mean. You have to face it. And wrestling's one of those sports where you face it pretty quick. You face it pretty quick. The first match we have, I'm going to say you're facing adversity. If you've ever stepped out in front of everybody and another person in front of you, that's adversity. And for most of us, we never experienced that. And I wouldn't have until I got to the wrestling room. And that's how I learned how to deal with adversity. And now let me tell you, and most adults will tell you, life is filled with challenges and adversities. And they come in different sizes and they just get your way. And I think wrestlers who really become a wrestler, who stay with it, finish the season, and really buy into wrestling. The hardship, the heartache, the triumphs, the successes that come along with it. You guys are more equipped to deal with those types of adversities than anybody else I know. So I think that's one thing, adversity. What was adversities for me? You know, as I got out of wrestling, making myself get up and go to college classes. That was an adversity. Wait till you go to college if you go and you're on your own for the first time of your life and And mom and dad's not there to say, hey, get up, you gotta go to school. Hey, you gotta be home by 12. There's none of that. You have to maintain that. That becomes an adversity too. Okay? Having to find and pay your own bills. That's an adversity that you're going to have to experience. I dare say that wrestlers are more apt to find a job, hold a job, keep a job, and be successful in a job than a lot of other people. 100%. There's all kinds of adversity that you may face. And wrestling helped me understand and deal with adversity. And one other thing, I thought about it too. I really thought about it all day today too. When you're a high school student, whether you like it or not, you're still a kid in a lot of ways. Being a kid, sometimes, and I'll just tell you, you get scared. You get nervous, you get scared about certain things. Wrestling helped me deal with that. Okay? First match I ever had was against a guy from Grundy. I was a freshman. Okay? I was about Levi's size. Maybe not as muscular as Levi. The guy I was wrestling looked like he was 35. I was scared to death. Scared to death. I don't know that I've ever been that scared, honestly. You know? But wrestling helped me deal with that. I realized what was on the other side of being scared. And what I learned quickly is I control what's on the other side of that. How I perform, how I handle it, determines what's on the other side of being scared. I can cower to it. I can let it beat me. Or I can accept it as a challenge. That's just what it is. That's just what it is. And that nervousness and the feeling you get that kind of makes you think, oh, gosh, I don't know about this. All your body is telling you to do is time to step up. And wrestling helps you do that. So when you think about those things, I can't think of any other sport that better prepares you for life than this one right here. What you did today is more work than most high schoolers will do all year. You ran a half mile, you did a full upper body workout, and you went one-on-one with multiple people in here. A physical contest. And that not to factor in all the drilling. Nobody else has put that kind of work in today after a hard day at school. But you guys did. Okay? You're getting yourself ready. Get yourself ready for whatever life throws at you. And every day that you come in here, you get more prepared. Not just for wrestling and competing on the team, but getting yourself ready for what happens outside of the school. Okay? So tomorrow, come in here and continue to get ready. Be ready to go at 4 o'clock. We'll be done at 5:30. All these mat at 5:30. Any questions for me? Coaches, got anything?
Good job, big guy.
Yeah, good job. Nice work.
Wait!